It is time for our 2025 recap. Before we jump into reviewing 2025 and all of the amazing experiences we had, I just want to say a humongous thank you to everyone for being here. We started off 2025 with, I think, just over 200 followers or so, and now we're over 1,700, which is incredible. It's mind-boggling, but none of the things I've accomplished this year would have been possible without you and your support. So thank you for every like, every view, every comment. It truly means so much. So without further ado, let's jump into some of the things we got into this year. So starting off strong in January, we took our Twilight trip. Now this, oh my gosh, this was such an incredible trip. Talk about a dream come true. I'm someone that grew up reading the Twilight books, seeing the movies on their midnight release days, and just truly being obsessed with the series. And so taking this trip again was really like a dream come true. It was so cool seeing all of the filming locations come to life in person, from the Port Angeles scenes to the Cullen house to Multnomah Falls to the field where they do the baseball scene. It was again beyond incredible. So this is definitely one of my top contenders for one of my favorite videos that we did this year. Now moving into February, this month was a little bit slower. We didn't do any traveling, but we did see some major progress with the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift Coaster here at Universal Studios Hollywood. It was so cool seeing all of the different aspects of the coaster come to life. Over the past year, really, if you go back through my videos, you'll see we've covered last year almost weekly updates of the progress of the coaster. But this year we really got to see some of those cooler, unique aspects. Again, like the inversions going up, it really made it feel like, oh my gosh, this coaster is coming closer and closer. It's almost here. And again, those inversions look in person, they look crazy. Seeing them up close and personal really gives you a sense of the scale of how big and massive and thrilling this coaster is going to be. I am equally excited and terrified for how just intense this coaster is about to be. March, we attended 90s night in Disneyland. Now, I've been to Oogie Boogie Bash before, but this was one of my first times at one of the after hours events at Disneyland that wasn't tied to Halloween, because Oogie Boogie happens every single year. However, some of their other after hours offerings are different each year. So it's not every year we get 90s night. We pretty consistently get Sweethearts night, and then other things are thrown in here or there. But again, it's not guaranteed to be an annual occurrence. So I was super excited to attend 90s night, and I had so much fun. The Disneyland creative team did a phenomenal job of really making it feel like you were back in the 90s, mainly in terms of music. There was not an area in the park you could walk that wasn't playing 90s music, and not just 90s Disney animated film music, but like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, music we literally grew up to. If you're a fellow millennial, that was what was blasting throughout the entire park. It didn't matter where you were walking. I was bopping and dancing along, making my way from activation to activation. So again, I had so much fun with 90s night. And then the highlight for me, seeing Goofy and Max with the whole Powerline tribute. I, like many millennials, grew up watching a Goofy movie probably 50 million times. I'll never forget when it came out on VHS. We ran to Blockbuster to rent it, and I literally would watch it on repeat, back to back to back, like rewind, start it again, and watch it. So it was really cool seeing the dedication to Powerline with its own area. And again, all the other activations were so immersive and just so much fun and nostalgic. April meant that Universal Studios Hollywood was introducing an entirely brand new concept called FanFest Nights. Now, this was yet another after hours event that was just so cool, and I think this one is one of the most immersive experiences I've ever encountered at any of the theme parks. I was lucky enough during LA Comic-Con to see the creative director of FanFest Nights during a panel, and then speak with him afterward one-to-one, and just hearing the process of how this came to life and what we can look forward to in 2026 was really cool. For me, I'm a huge Back to the Future fan. Grew up watching it, another film watched 50 million times growing up. So being thrown into the back lot where they literally turned it into the main courthouse square from Back to the Future is amazing. As someone who goes to the park frequently and has done the studio tour 50 million times, I love just taking the tram through Courthouse Square and kind of just being in the environment where it was filmed. But the fact that they not only dressed it up to like how they filmed it back in the 1980s, but also had actors and again, immersive experiences within it recreating the lightning strike on the courthouse. It was absolutely phenomenal, and I highly recommend, if you didn't go this year for whatever reason, you have to make sure you come in 2026, because the Scooby-Doo backlot mystery, from what I'm hearing, is going to be out of this world amazing. May, we're jumping right back over to Disneyland. They hit it strong with the celebration of Disneyland's 70th. Now, the celebration for this big milestone for Disneyland continues well into next year. So if you haven't had a chance to go yet, don't worry. The end of 2025 does not mean that's the end of the celebrations. Celebration of Disneyland 70th continues through summer of 2026. So there's still lots of exclusive merch, exclusive ears, specialty items, specialty foods that you can still enjoy in celebration of 70 years since the creation of Disneyland. The event itself, I went on opening day, so much fun. From the Celebrate Happy cavalcade to the fireworks show in the evening, everything just felt magical times 100. Like, already Disneyland is such a fun, magical, happy place to be, but because of the celebrations and the new things they added, it just really felt that much more elevated. So again, highly recommend, if you haven't gone yet, this is a wonderful time to go with all of these little extra things they've added to the park. June was the month where I walked into a brand new theme park for the first time and sobbed. Epic Universe was the most incredible theme park trip I have done in a very long time. It is not often many of us can say that we were there for the opening of a brand new theme park. I feel like in the next couple of years, we're going to have many opportunities for that, which is very unique and rare. Epic Universe, however, is on another level. It's another thing where if you have not gone yet, I highly recommend this year making plans to take a trip to check it out. Each of the 5 different portals are absolutely fantastic, and I've been talking about some immersive experiences, but Epic Universe is an entirely immersive park where each portal you go through really feels like you're entering those respective worlds, and just like you literally lose yourself and forget that you're in a theme park. From the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Isle of Berk probably surprised me the most. I thought going in it would be kind of at the bottom, not in a bad way, but even though I've seen How to Train Your Dragon, I wasn't really expecting much. But just walking into that portal, I think I literally audibly gasped, like, oh my gosh, it is so immersive and amazing. I also loved the live entertainment available at Epic Universe. That I have to give a huge shout out to Matt Richardson too. Before my trip, we chatted back and forth. He gave me lots of tips and tricks, and did say he recommended making it a priority to go check out the shows, including the one in Isle of Berk and the Wizarding World of Harry Potter's circus show. I'm so glad that I took his advice and saw both of those shows during my trip there. I did spend 2 days in Epic Universe. The Isle of Berk show was just beautiful and nice, and seeing Toothless fly over the audience was incredible and so cool. And then the Arcane show, the circus show over in Wizarding World of Harry Potter, was literally Cirque du Soleil level. Like the acrobatics, the performances, the staging, the costuming, everything was just phenomenal. So again, if you haven't yet, I highly recommend taking a trip to Epic Universe. One thing that comes up a lot is, is Super Nintendo World worth it if you've been to the Universal Hollywood one or the one in Universal Japan? I say yes, absolutely, because the one in Epic Universe gives you both Super Nintendo World and Donkey Kong Country. So even though I've been to the one here many times, it was really nice seeing the one in Orlando, which was a lot more expansive. So basically a lot more room to move about. And then again, experiencing Donkey Kong Country, which was totally brand new to me, and riding Minecart Madness and trying some of the unique foods that are specific to that land. So again, I cannot recommend visiting Epic Universe enough. It'll truly give you the most amazing theme park experience. July was a San Diego Comic-Con. Now, I did not have passes to attend the convention itself. However, outside of the convention center, there were a ton of activations you could take part in for free. That is one of the most amazing things about the San Diego Comic-Con convention, is that they recognize, especially with the volume of people that buy passes to go, the convention center can only hold so many, and already it can hold thousands of people. So the fact that they collaborate with a bunch of different production studios, companies, IPs to create activations and experiences on the property and outside of the property, but near the convention center. So you're still within the main hub of things going around. It was so cool. The Percy Jackson experience was fantastic. Again, super immersive. It felt like we were with the three Oracle sisters going through its own activity, which was really fun. Then Abbott Elementary was super immersive. It really felt like we were on a schoolyard with a Ferris wheel going. You could custom make fanny packs and bucket hats and do some photo ops. And again, there was just so much to do. I literally spent an entire day just with the outdoor activations outside San Diego Comic-Con. So if that's something you're looking into, maybe you didn't get approved for passes or you missed the deadline or whatever the case is, I still recommend going if you can. I met so many people, chatted with so many people. You also get a ton of freebies because there are so many vendors walking around handing out freebies and exclusive items. I started my Lorcana card deck because of San Diego Comic-Con, just vendors walking around passing out their brand new starter decks. So again, I highly recommend going, even if you don't have tickets to the convention itself, because you're gonna surprise yourself. You're gonna have a great time. August, we started Halloween early with Horror Unleashed by Universal Studios, but in Las Vegas. Now this blew me away. I was not exactly sure what to expect other than basically 5 HHN type houses within one warehouse space, which is true in a very like minimalistic way of explaining it, but actually getting there and experiencing it was so fun. I was lucky enough to go on opening day and experience all of the 5 different haunted houses, which were so well done. And I think that's the benefit of having an established year-round haunted event like Horror Unleashed in Vegas is they can really spend time crafting the details and craftsmanship to making each of the house super immersive and making you feel like you're really in whatever respective house or zone that you're in. So I'm really excited to see how this changes throughout the years, whether we keep the 5 core houses in the years to come or they switch it out periodically. I know for Christmas they incorporated some haunted Christmas aspects like Krampus to the warehouse, so that was really unique to see online and see people experience it in that way. So again, if you're in Las Vegas, whether it's Halloween or not, I recommend checking it out. Plus the food and drinks were top tier. They were really good. September was the official beginning of HHN at Universal Studios Hollywood. Now I know over in Orlando, they technically started in late August, but we started the first week of September. I again went opening day and had an absolute blast. I think this was its strongest year running. My favorite house personally was the Jason house, and a very close second, maybe second and third, would be Terrifier, which was just crazy and scary, and Five Nights at Freddy's with the details with the animatronics and the details within the house itself, making it feel like you're in the Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. So again, HHN this year, to me, it was one of the best years. There were some houses I wasn't the biggest fan of, like Fallout, for example. I did watch the show before going, so I did like some of the costuming of the actors and things like that. In terms of scare factor and other things like that, to me, it didn't bring the biggest thrill. But overall, I think HHN this year was so much fun. Every year, I recommend going if you can, and I also highly recommend doing it with express passes because, oh boy, this year was packed, and I don't think they're going to be letting their foot off the gas anytime soon. So we're going to have some major IPs coming in 2026. Now in October, slowed down with the content a little bit because I did experience the passing of my grandfather. So I really took time to just relax, spend time with family. I went to New York, and as sad as that was in my life, it was also really nice to kind of again slow down a little bit, see family I haven't seen in a very long time. I'm originally from New York, but I've been living here in LA for 8 years now, so there were lots of extended family members I hadn't seen in a very long time. Some I haven't seen since I was little. So it was a really nice month to kind of just reflect, slow down a little bit, step away from filming and vlogging and social media in general, and just really think about, you know, the things that are actually important in life. As much fun as I have doing this, things like the passing of a family member really make you slow down and kind of reassess things and reflect on, again, what's most important, which is family and friends and the people that bring you joy and love in your life, and the ways that you're showing up in their lives as well. So while we weren't content heavy in October, It was a really good month for me to kind of take a step back for a little and reflect and reassess. November, things really started to ramp up quite a bit. We had Wicked for Good come out, and I lived my best life seeing it. I had so much fun finally seeing the conclusion of this story, and I thought the movie was fantastic. Wicked, the first film, is amazing. I give that a 10 out of 10. Wicked for Good, I give like a 9.5 out of 10, only because we know the story already, so there's no real sense of like, oh, this is totally brand new. That would bump it up to also a 10 out of 10, but still, I thought it was fantastic. And shout out to the Wicked media team, the social media team. They reposted one of my TikToks, which took off and went crazy. I'm so grateful for them for sharing that and doing that. It was totally unexpected, but I have had a lot of fun with the comments and messages I've received from people from Wicked for Good. So again, just overall really, really fun. But in terms of other things that came our way in November, we had at the beginning of Grinchmas. I've had so much fun going to the park and experiencing Grinchmas. I've been just about every year for years now. Even though it's pretty much the same experiences and activities you get every year, it's just so magical and nice seeing the costumed characters roaming around, seeing the stage shows, the singing who's, they're amazing, the talent and the acapella singing, and it's just phenomenal. I love the Hogwarts Castle show. It's so beautiful, and the fireworks at the end. I also enjoy the Frog Choir show. Again, they kind of do the same songs every year, but I just think it's fun and a great way to break up your day if you're bouncing around from the different activities and rides and things like that. And of course, I have to shout out the Grinch. All of the Grinches that I've met this year have been fantastic. They always are, I have to say, especially in Universal Hollywood. I think we have some really unique Grinches each year, but I do have to shout out Nick Darnell, who has been a viral sensation portraying the Grinch. Shout out and kudos to him. He's been working very hard as an actor for years. And so to see him get recognition in this way, in a kind of like roundabout way, has been really, really awesome to see someone who's just, come from just trying to work hard and be an actor and create content to now skyrocketing past 1 million followers, basically just doing something he's really good at, which is impersonations. So overall, this has been a fantastic year for Grinchmas. The lines have been crazy, longer than they've ever been. They literally go into the parking garages. So if you are still coming over the next few days, because Grinchmas does run through next week, just be prepared, have a little bit of patience with long lines. And again, if you can, grab some express passes, but you're gonna have a great time. And then December, oh my goodness, December was just foot down all the way on the gas, would not let up in the most amazing way possible. Started off strong again with Grinchmas kind of carrying over from November into December. I went a couple more times, again, had a lot of fun. Then the Percy Jackson premiere was another amazing experience to be a part of. Had so much fun watching the first 2 episodes, meeting the cast and crew, and enjoying the premiere party. It was such a blast. I had the opportunity to interview Jack Black, Paul Rudd, Tandiwe Newton, and Steve Zahn for Anaconda in December, which was just a mind-blowingly amazing experience that kind of came out of nowhere, but shout out to Sophia and my Nerds of Color crew for making that happen. I had, again, such a fun time interviewing them, seeing the movie a little bit early before its release, and then just being part of the promotional process for it. The movie is absolutely hysterical, so if you haven't seen it yet, definitely go check out Anaconda for some good hearty laughs and some fun surprises in the film. And that'll do it for our 2025 YouTube end of year wrap video. Again, I want to thank you all so much for being a part of the Enchanting Thrills family. We have a lot of stuff in store this year, some travel to new places, travel to familiar places, some new things to cover, the opening of Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, and so much more. So again, thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video in 2026.